Hi everybody, this is a short video on concentration. And remember, I'm talking about concentration of solutions and not concentration as something you have to focus on. And concentration is found in a lot of things we eat, we drink, medication. So here's how we do it. There are two ways to talk about concentration. The first one is a formula that we'll use. Concentration is mass divided by volume. So very similar to density. So you may have done this already. I'm just like reviewing it. So C stands for concentration. And just review if you have that. I believe it's on page 144. 144. And the units for that usually is grams per liter. Mass is in grams and volume in liters, not milliliters. So you'll have to make sure that your concentrations have these units and do the proper conversions. Now, that's one way of writing concentration in grams per liter, and we'll see in a little bit how you have another way to do it as well. So we can jump right into the examples of how to calculate, just a little refresher. So it says that 2 liters of salt water solution contains 5 grams of salt. What is the concentration of the solution? So always start off by writing your information. C equal, M equal, V equal. 2 liters, would that be C, M, or V? 2 liters goes here at V. 5 grams, that would be mass. And it says, what is the concentration? I don't know. I'm going to write my formula. I'm going to check my units, grams and liters, and that we're good. We don't have to convert anything. You replace your letters with your numbers, 5 grams divided by 2 liters, and that would be 2.5 grams per liter. That's what we had done before. I'm just reviewing it. The next example is the concentration of sugar in a can is in a 355 milliliter can of Coke is 118.3 gram per liter. How much sugar is there in a can of Coke? There's a little bit of a typo here. So again, I go ahead and write my information, C equal, M equal, V equal, and I read again and look at my information. 355 milliliters, that goes under volume. And then the concentration is 118.3 gram per liter. And it says how much sugar, so I'm looking for mass. Now, the second thing we have to look for units. Is the unit here correct? 355 milliliters? It's not. We have to put it in liters. So divide by 1,000. That's 0.355 liters. Then we go ahead and write our formula, C equal M over V. And that would replace our letters with our numbers, 118.3 grams / liters equal M over 0.355 liters. And then we solve for M. So if you want to isolate M, we'll do 118.3 grams / liters times 0.355 liters. The liters cancel, and we end up with, wait for it, let's see if you will get the same answer as me, if you haven't done it already, times 0.355. That's roughly 42 grams of sugar. Great, so that's one way of doing concentration, gram per liter. And again, like density, you could use a triangle to verify your answer. So M is on top, V at the bottom, and C. So since I'm looking for M, you cover M with your finger, and you end up with C times V, as you can see. So that's one way to verify, C times V, and that's what we did. All right, the other way to do concentration is a percentage, and that is actually a very common use, more than gram per liter in our everyday life, and concentration is in percentage. So whenever you do percentage, think a grade you get on a test. If you got a 70% on a test, what does that mean? in fraction. That means you got 70 correct points over a total of 100 points, right? So it's the same concept for percent concentration, except now we're doing, especially if it says M is in grams and V is milliliters. And so when I do percent MV, that means I have a given amount of grams. So grams of a solute, for example, sugar, over, and it's a percentage. So the fraction, the denominator means it'll be 100 milliliters. Okay, and that's of solution. And that's the main thing for all of these percentage questions. Whenever you have percentage in your mind, make yourself a note. It's always a solute over 100 milliliters of solution. In concentration, gram per liter, the volume's in liters, but in percentage, the volume is milliliters. So let's do the example here. An example in hydrogen peroxide, 3% MV means I have 3 grams of solute per 100 milliliter of solvent. So these hydrogen peroxide means that I put a solid, because you're having grams, in a liquid, 100 milliliters of solvent. So there is a typo, please. I would ask you to write here solution, not solvent. So let's go and write the fraction, 3 grams over 100 ml. But it's 3 grams of what? Of the solute. And the solute is hydrogen peroxide, H2O2, over 100 milliliters of the solution, the total. Just like when you have a test, 100 means it's the total amount of correct answers. Percent VV, well, now it's when you add a liquid solute into a liquid solution, like in vinegar, 5% VV, or in wine and things like that, rubbing alcohol is 70%. So 5% VV, acetic acid, means 5 milliliters of solute per 100 milliliter of, please fix that here, solution. Got it? So let's write it down. The fraction is 5 milliliter of acetic acid, which is CH3COOH, as per the question right here, divided by 100 milliliters of solution. If you do this every time, guarantee you will do good on the questions. Lastly, 3% MM. I want you to think for a second, like in yogurt or in milk, 2% milk or 2% yogurt, MM. Means what? Especially for yogurt. 2 grams of solute, in this situation it's fat, per 100 grams of solution. I think this is page 145. And again, we're going to write it. So that means that's 2 grams of fat over 100 grams of solution. Good. So once you have this, then you can solve problems easily. All right, on to the next part, exercise 1 at the bottom. I'm going to ask you to pause and try on your own to write the following percent concentrations in fraction. See you in a minute. Alrighty, so now we're back. We're going to do 10%. So again, like in a test, if you get 10% on a test, which I really hope you don't, 10% means 10, but it's MV. So that's going to be 10 grams of solute over 100. Now this time it's volume. So 100 milliliters. Let's just erase this little dot. Yeah. 100 milliliters of solution. Next, 25% VV. So you got a bad test. You got 25 on 100. That's terrible. 25 VV means 25 ml. That means my solute was liquid and I've added 100 milliliters into 100 milliliters of solution. And like it's a total 100 milliliters solution. So write solution, and this is solute. This would be like, for example, your liquid chocolate syrup and you're adding it to your milk. And now 30% mm. So again, 30 grams because it's mass over 100 grams. So it's 30 grams of solute. And that would be an example like in creams, such as cortisone cream. You put 30 grams of the cortisone, which is solid, and I've added it to my entire solution. So I've added it, and now I have a total of 100 gram solution. My solvent, so you would do 100 minus 30, 70 grams is the solvent, 30 is the solute, and the total is 100. And it's the same for everyone. 100 milliliter solution means I have 25 milliliters of solute, and that means 75 milliliters of solvent. And for this last question here, it says the label on a bottle of wine indicates that the wine contains 12% VV. How much alcohol does a 750 milliliter bottle of wine contain? So automatically when you see this 12%, I want you to create the fraction. Write it down the way we did here. So 12% means 12 milliliters. In this situation, it's alcohol. That's my solute, alcohol. So you got to really recognize where is the solute. And it's a percentage. So 12 milliliter over 100 milliliter. And that's your total. Don't forget, the bottom's always the total. And then once you have that, you can do any problem. You have a fraction. It says how much alcohol is there in 750. So if there's 12 milliliters in 100, how much is there in 750? So now you're going to cross multiply as you have done before. So 12 times 750 divided by 100. And let's do the math and see how much does that give you. 12 times 750 divided by 100, 90. 90 milliliters of alcohol. There you go. Now you can pause and open up your workbooks to page 60. Oops, sorry, page 6. Page 6. So we'll just do 2 questions with you, and then you're on your own for the rest of the questions. The questions previous also, like on page 4, they're pretty good. I just wanted to go straight to these 2 questions. Number 9. So what is the concentration in gram per liter of a solution containing 10 grams of solute in 2 liters of solution? So again, you see you have gram per liter. That's one way to do this problem. Again, you write all your information. C equal, M equal, V equal. And it says, what is the concentration? So I'm looking for C, put a question mark, of a solution containing 10 grams of solute in 2 liters of solution. And the units are correct. I don't have to change anything. So write my formula, C equal M over V. Replace the letters with the numbers, 10 grams divided by 2 liters, and that is 5 grams per liter. There you go. That's the gram per liter. And last, number 11, I know I'm skipping, but I'll invite you to do the rest on your own. What is the concentration in percent MV of 400 milliliter solution containing 60 grams of solute? So that one, percent MV of 400 milliliter solution. So we're looking at the percentage. So remember, a percentage, MV, means a given amount of grams of solute over 100 milliliters of a solution. Okay? All right, so now my problem says I have 60 grams of solute over 400 ml. I want to know what's the percentage. So what's on 100? It really is like a percentage. So like you would do if you got 6